Hello, crafters. Today's story comes from r/AITAH from P1NK Ribbon, titled AITAH for saying, "I'm second guessing having a baby with my husband after he asked for a paternity test. I, 26 female, and my husband, Alex, 27 male, have been married for a year. Recently, I found out I was pregnant. This was not planned. However, ever since we got married, we have not been using protection every time we got intimate, and I'm currently not on birth control. My guess is that I'm only a few weeks along. I haven't seen a doctor yet. Anyway, I told him when he got home from work yesterday. I personally was very happy about it because I've always wanted to be a mom. I was pretty sure I was all smiles when I told him, and I thought he would be too once he found out the news. Let me add that he's been neutral on the subject of having kids. My assumption was wrong. Immediately, he gets super upset and asks how in the world this could happen. I explained to him that while it was sudden, we hadn't been using protection every time, so it wasn't that surprising. I thought he would have understood. See, this nook is annoying. You see that hook, how it works? It doesn't work very well. For some reason, he didn't. After a few minutes of back and forth, he demanded a paternity test. I was hurt and insulted. Let me be very clear that I did not and will never cheat on my husband. I have also never given him any reason for him to be suspicious about me cheating on him either. I was so taken aback that he doubted my loyalty enough to ask for a paternity test. I told him I couldn't believe he was serious about asking for that. He said that I wasn't helping my case and that if I had nothing to hide, then I would take the test and prove my loyalty to him. I honestly can't remember all that I said, but I ended up saying something along the lines of, if you're doubting me and my loyalty so much that you think I cheated on you and got pregnant with someone else's baby, then I don't think I want to have one with you anymore. I don't want to be tied to someone who clearly doesn't trust me. He blew up at me and accused me of cheating once again. It was a big argument, and he said I was being shardy, dismissing his concerns and saying that asking for a paternity test was valid. In the end, I agreed to the test. This part is messing me up. Okay. But said that I stood by my words. I had to highlight that because some people are saying that I didn't agree with it when I very much did. We haven't spoken since the argument. He's currently at work. I went to my friends for advice, and she said that while he was out of line for accusing me of cheating, I shouldn't have said what I said over his valid concerns, and that clearly he had a reason to feel that way about the situation. I cannot fathom what made him feel like I was cheating on him. I was just so hurt that he would insult me like that and accuse me of doing something so disgusting when I thought we were supposed to have trust in each other. But AITA for saying what I did. First edit. I have a lot of people suggesting he got a secret vasectomy that failed. And that did cross my mind. During the argument, I did ask if he got a vasectomy or if he was infertile and that's why the baby couldn't be his. But he dismissed that and continued saying it just couldn't be his without providing me a solid reason. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. But he dismissed that and continued saying it just couldn't be his without providing me a solid reason. So in that regard, I have really no idea what to say. Edit 2. I feel I should elaborate on the neutral about kids part. I told him when we were still just dating that no kids was a deal breaker for me. He said that was fine because his stance on it was that if we ever have kids, it's fine. If we don't, or if something happens and we don't, it's also fine. I'm calling that neutral since I don't know what else to call that. So when I told him I was pregnant, I thought he would be fine with it like he said. Apparently, he changed his mind about that and didn't tell me. And that went through my cord. Here we go. And also, I have no issue with a man requesting paternity tests. I just had an issue with him blatantly accusing me of cheating, with no solid proof to back it up along with it. So, my opinion on this, first of all, there should be trust both ways, and him demanding that she prove, her loyalty to him, he's already basically proven he does not have loyalty to her by accusing her so blatantly with no proof, no justification to say why he thinks it's not his kid. To just say, oh, it can't be, it's weird, right? So the commenters were bringing up, he could be, projecting and that he's the one cheating. If that's the case, maybe he's just upset because he's on the hook for the next 18 months, 18 years with his wife that he might have been considering divorcing. Considering she stated it was a deal breaker about not having kids, maybe he lied at the beginning and actually had a vasectomy before they got together. And he just didn't want to tell her, hoping that she'd continue to date him anyway. Or worried that she would stop dating him. But didn't want to admit to it. Either way, it's kind of a shardy thing to do. Either lying about it or cheating on her. Either way, he has basically putting the blame and burden of proof on her. It just seems wrong to me. What do you guys think? Is he projecting? Is he recovering? Is he covering for a lie, either current or past? Regardless, a marriage is usually built on trust, and he clearly doesn't have that, and I think she's starting to not have that either. If they somehow decide to stay together, I think they should get into marriage counseling, because obviously that trust isn't there, and there's got to be some reason, whatever it is, that he feels this way. One way or another, they're not communicating, and that's the foundation that a marriage should be built on, is communication. All right, crafters. That's it for this segment. Let me know what you think, and happy crafting.